Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Elisha Goldstein. This is our Sunday morning meditation that we have every Sunday morning. And I'm so happy you're here and you're giving yourself this opportunity to really take time out of your life, all that's going on for your own health and well-being. And I also wanted to just share this quote that I'd found a while ago that right as we're beginning. This is by S. McNutt. It says, "Fall in love with taking care of yourself. Fall in love with taking care of yourself. Fall in love with the path of deep healing." So many of us right now need that connection to healing, that connection to joy. Today we'll be kind of covering a little bit more of that, but fall in love with the path of deep healing. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself, but with patience. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself, but with patience, compassion, and respect to your own journey. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself, but with patience, compassion, and respect to your own journey. So may it be so with all of us. I just want to welcome everyone here. We have people here today, and usually every Sunday. By the way, every Sunday it's morning for me. It might be afternoon or evening for you. We have people. We have a whole community that gathers together all over the world to just sit with each other and be with each other and go through a particular meditation with each other. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Stephanie Goldstein, my wife, sometimes it's we have other just fantastic teachers who come and lead these practices. We have people here from Georgia right now, over on the east coast-ish type place, and West Coast, Laguna Beach, and South Wales, so all the way so over across the pond. In Austria, welcome Charlotte and Carl, and also the East Coast, New Jersey, and Christina from Germany, and Brad from DC. We have up in Canada from Carla, welcome, and Wendy from the Isle of Wight from the UK, and from Brussels, Beat, welcome. Northern California, Gary always coming with his Mad Meta, love that. And we have again more of the East Coast of Canada and from Ireland. We have such a fantastic global community. A lot of Europe and all through the United States right now. What I'm saying, and all over California, certainly north and south, and Ellie from New York City, and first time Sandra, welcome, Sandra. Yes, may this become something that's a tradition for you. Emma, welcome. You're right on time. Aaron said, "I keep these meditations on a Sunday, so glad I caught this one finally." Joining everyone from Ireland. Welcome, Aaron. Yes, every Sunday you can be here. Yeah, beautiful. Oslo, Norway. Yeah, we have a good, solid European contingency here today. Oftentimes we'll get people from also all over the Middle East and South America, and no doubt that's here right now in Albania. Beautiful. Yeah, let's just kind of take a moment. It's almost as if we're taking a moment to breathe in the just the globe here for a moment. We're just from all over the world. You're listening to the same thing as people are right now who are in a completely different part of the world, wherever you are. And I just want you to kind of take that in for a second, that we're in this thing together. And oftentimes what happens is, love visiting the Virgin Islands, Joanne, beautiful. We had a neighbor one time whose name was Joanne, but my kids were really little, they called her Joyanne. And after that, we called her Joanne after that, because such a beautiful name. And so in this time, we're oftentimes kind of pulled, and if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And many of you may continue to be feeling the weight of what's in front of us, the weight of what's been behind us. Maybe there's something that's there presently right now, and it blocks us off from the the parts of ourselves that can be more resilient, that access the good that's here in life, the actual joys that are really around us, that our brain kind of blocks out because its focus is so narrow. It's been kind of trained through the interaction of ourselves and media, and just the inclination of our brain and the media kind of pulling it in particular directions. And then we focus there, and then it creates a certain energy, of course, within us, which tells our brain to focus more on that, and we get caught in this kind of loop a little bit. We get caught in kind of this neurological routine, almost this physiological routine that makes it hard to see sometimes, like all the good that's actually here, that's actually happening right now in our lives, all around us, like moment to moment. It's there. And I want you to take a moment if you can, and I'm going to do this because we're going to go right into a practice right now. This practice is more around kind of uncovering the joy that's there. And for those of you, just to kind of set this up for you, there will be a good amount of guidance. There will be some space. There will be a good amount of guidance that's here because I'm going to ask you to kind of do things within the meditation, to create an experience for you. And so just so those, if anyone's here and you're wanting kind of more of a Vipassana style silent meditation for the next 20, 30 minutes, just set your expectations. It's gonna be a little different, and we're gonna be doing this together. And so just kind of knowing that. And there'll be other times for those types of meditations, which are also really beautiful. So I want you to chat in, if you can, those of you have access to the chat. What is one memory that you have, either recent or way back when? Could be, a day you got engaged or had your first child, or it could be big like that to a moment of sitting across a table, whether you're 6 feet apart or whatever it is, where you're sharing a cup of tea or coffee with a friend or a loved one that you haven't seen in a while, or that kind of thing. What's a recent moment that you're really appreciative for having happened? That when you think about that moment, when you really allow it to roll around in your mind like a good drink of some kind, like you might kind of swish that around in your mouth a little bit, what that moment kind of fills you with, God, that was really a good moment. I'm really grateful that moment had happened. Go ahead and Karen, Inner Core in the house. Beautiful, Karen. I love that. For those of you who don't know, Inner Core is a part of the Mindful Living Collective where, it's a smaller group of us that get together regularly throughout the week, and are connected every day throughout the week. So we really kind of maintain a sense of depth and consistency and practice with each other, because we need those people around us. So Karen's bringing that up. Welcome. So kind of go ahead and chat that in if you can, or type that in. What's one memory that, if you think back, and again, this could be something from yesterday, something small, someone unexpectedly walking by and you seeing them in the distance and they're smiling at you or something like that, because in the distance it was safe to do that. So think about that. Carl says kidney transplant of 2011. There's so much gratitude in that. Nancy says, learning a lot about my grandparents from a cousin. Beautiful. Just that memory of that rolling around. Liz, walking alone. Sain, I hope I pronounced that right. Shelly said, watching clouds while lying on the stand-up paddleboard on the Rainbow River. Beautiful. I can imagine that as you wrote that. Deborah, we have a number of Inner Core in the house. Recent chat with giggling teen daughter about birds and bees. It was delightful and innocent, fun and funny. Just the idea of that kind of brings that smile to my face. Emma spoke to a friend on the phone a few days ago as we can no longer meet at the moment due to lockdown. We chatted for over an hour and cried with laughter. I love that. Joel, seeing the sukkah despite the pandemic. Yep, that's right. Grace, virtual conversation with 3 friends. For those of you who are unfamiliar with that, a sukkah is a structure that's built in the Jewish tradition to kind of bring in the harvest. Grace Galloway Randall, virtual conversation with 3 girlfriends. Hillary, going to the museum in St. Petersburg with family in 2019. Wendy, being greeted when I arrived recently at the ashram where my son is a monk. Wow. Carla, being on a hike with my oldest grandson yesterday. Beautiful. Spending time with friends, laughing together, realizing I am a thinker. Of my own thoughts, yes. Someone I haven't heard from 40 years sent an email surprise. Bonnie, well, I mean, what's happening as you're listening to this, you're reading this? Look at all the goodness and the appreciation and the magic that's happening all over the world right now. Soaking in the fall colors while walking this morning. Wish we had more of those here, Bonnie. Gwen, eating a delicious apple. Karen, celebrating mom's 80th birthday together, but distance. So grateful she's still with me. Yep. CDS, learning the ukulele and feeling spontaneous in my playing. I can share that with you. I've got the ukulele and the guitar here, and I've recently come back in contact with them. So great. Len, helping kids in El Salvador paint their school. Mary, lunch with my 80-year-old stepmother, sitting at different kinds of beautiful wrought iron table in the garden of her midtown condominium. Beautiful breeze. Beth, friend, responding on the spur of the. So just as this is happening, hugging my daughter every Sunday when she visits. Beautiful. Memory, an ex-boyfriend caught me off guard and whispered out loud, I love you. It's still etched in my heart. So much goodness in the world right now, in our lives. And sometimes we have to reach for it. Sometimes we have to very intentionally, actively bring it up, remind ourselves, because our mind is being pulled in other directions. Pulled in other directions. And that's okay. This is real stuff. We're not being Pollyanna or making stuff up, right? This is real stuff. Sometimes it's up to us. We are active participants in our own health and well-being. So here's a meditation today where we're going to be actively doing this a little bit. So I'm going to guide you through this, and and then we'll just kind of see what you notice. Your only job is sit back, relax, settle your shoulders, and I'll guide you through that initial part too. Um, and be an active participant in this meditation practice. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, so getting in a comfortable position. You can do this seated, lying down. If you want to have your eyes open, it's okay too, but just kind of a gentle gaze towards your lap, or if you're lying down, the ceiling. This is going to be an internal practice. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling through your mouth, just this releasing the moment from before into this moment right now. If you want to make a sound on the exhale, you're welcome to do that. Just checking in now, noticing how your body's feeling. If there's any tension or holding anywhere in your body, see if you can allow that to soften or gently adjust your body. Do a gentle stretch, opening up that part, whichever part feels like it's holding or tensing. Sometimes we have to shift our minds by shifting our bodies first. As you're doing this, noticing your body, noticing your heart, being aware of whether you can feel it or not. Here is this heart inside your body beating. Source of life within you. Oftentimes, it's also thought of as the source of love. When we speak of love, when we speak of courage, we think of our heart. We think of sadness and vulnerability, think of our heart. Also, not just your heart, but the hearts of all the people around the world right now who are here just with awareness of their own hearts too. Sensing into the global heartbeat right now. People all over the world pausing for a moment in their day, and the busyness of their lives, just to be here with their bodies and their hearts. Source of appreciation, of gratitude, of love. Also noticing your body just naturally breathing. Breathing in and just being aware that your body's breathing in. Breathing out and just releasing. Settling into the space. And for the next minute or so, we'll just be with ourselves in this way as you breathe in, sensing the nourishment of this breath. Literally bringing nutrients into your bodies, feeding the cells of your bodies, enlivening the cells of your bodies. Breathing out, just releasing. Whether your breath is deep or shallow or uneven, that's not really that important. Breathing in, your body's breathing in the oxygen, the nutrients, the love that it needs. Breathing out, releasing. Actually releasing something that feeds this world. Releasing the nutrients that the trees and nature also needs. It's almost as if you're breathing in one for me, receiving the oxygen, the nutrients that are here, breathing out one for you, giving what the trees and the foliage needs to also survive. And so now, beginning to bring to mind some past memory, some experience that you had, that if you reach back and you allow yourself to really see that memory as like a movie in your mind, it's something that you're so appreciative for having happened. It was a good memory in your life. It could be something you had written in here or thought about earlier as was mentioned, and everything from something small, a minor moment, to maybe something that appears to you be more grand. Either one is okay. Something that was good. Who was there? What was happening? What was said? What was it about this moment? That was a good moment, and allowing it to play in your mind like a movie. The more you can get in touch with the color of the moment, the details, the better. It's feeling so appreciative that this moment had happened. Noticing how this feels in your body. Now, choosing another moment as if you're going to stack this one on top of the first one. Pick another moment, reach back. Could be something just from yesterday or many, many years ago. The birth of a child, an engagement, a meal or drink with a good friend, a special moment with a family member, just something by yourself, a moment of accomplishment, something you're so proud of yourself for having done. Allowing yourself to visualize the moment. What was happening? Who was there? What was it you were thinking in that moment? Feeling so grateful for this time. If at this point you're noticing maybe a smile happening within your body or maybe in your mind or even on your face, just allowing that to happen, allowing that to be as it is. This is real, this is true. Maybe taking one more memory, one final memory, something, reaching for it. Again, could be something small. Could be the moment you felt at ease falling back to sleep. Could be the sip of a morning tea or coffee. Could be a flower you saw the other day. Could be something bigger, bigger moment. Could be anything. Sunshine splashing against your face. Whatever it is. Allowing it to come alive in your mind. What was it about this moment that's a good moment? Sensing your heart, feeling this deep appreciation for this time. Now, as you're sitting here, sensing this, feeling this, also being aware of the people all over the world right now who are also thinking about their good moments, thinking about the good things in their life, thinking about the good memories that are there, focusing on that, imagining this good that you're focusing on being multiplied more than 100 times all over the world. And taking a moment to also imagine your family, your friends, the people you're in contact with, people you'd consider in your network of any kind, of your tree of friends or connections. And breathing in, sensing into the appreciation of these memories, into the reality of the experience. Breathing in, one for me. Breathing out, allowing that to spread out to everyone here and everyone in who you're connected with. And seeing that network grow to their friends and their family members and the people they're in contact with, and to those people's connections and those people's connections, to even the animals you're connected with, until you see that network wrapping all around the world. It doesn't take too long for that to happen. Breathing in, sensing into that appreciation, sensing into your heart, sensing into the good that's there. Breathing out, imagining that spreading around the entire globe. This is true. This is part of you. This is part of all of us. Breathing in, one for me, allowing it to magnify. Breathing out, wrapping it around the entire globe. Knowing that there is this light in your being. You're just encouraging it. Just like Hafiz said, how did the rose ever open up and show to the world all its beauty? Felt the encouragement of light against its being. So just coming back to you for a moment. Just noticing how you're feeling, what's present here. Notice if you can sense or taste that light for a moment. May the light within us, may the awareness of the goodness that's here continue to grow and grow in the hours and days and weeks and months ahead. May the sense of your light and the goodness within you continue to grow and grow, one for me, one for all of us. In a moment, we'll come to the end of this practice just for today. Seeing if you can carry this practice with you. Be on the lookout for what's good. Be aware of those moments. Encourage the light against your being. Bring awareness to your face and your eyelids and gently letting the light seep through, opening your eyes. Beautiful. If anyone wants to share any of the memories that came up for them, you're more than welcome to share that here. Then whoever comes and visits, if you're listening to the recording of this, you can continue to share that. And we'll continue to grow this whole depository of goodness that's here. And come back and visit if you're ever wondering if there's good in the world. You get to kind of see it. So go ahead and share it if you can. Also want to share with everyone that about a month and a half ago, we opened up this program called Find Your Way Back to Center. And it's a 5-week program. And we get together all throughout the week again. And we start to go through these 5 different points of how to get ourselves back to center, how to reconnect with our own focus and what matters in this world. And that's starting again October 14th, I believe. There's more information about that in the Mindful Living Collective under courses, but you can find more of that here. I also want to mention to you that if any of you are feeling the calling to teach this type of work, we're opening up for the first time a professional training certification, teacher training certification for a course in mindful living. And that's going to be opening up, applications for that are opening up October 5th. October 5th or 6th, yeah. And again, you can find more information on that in the Mindful Living Collective. If you're not a member of the Mindful Living Collective, it's a completely shared, it's a completely free space for shared learning. This is where the mindfulness community all over the world is coming in, collecting and sharing resources and sharing information. We have a ton of different content and meditations in there, and it's all free for you. And you can find other information about these types of other programs like Find Your Way Back to Center and the Inner Core, which we mentioned here before, and the professional teacher training certification also in there. But you're welcome to just join. It's where we're all coming back. Beautiful. I love this. Keep sharing your memories. Keep sharing that. Deborah said, finding your way back to center has been powerful in my life. I highly recommend. Aaron said, I was remembering what it was like to walk down the aisle on my wedding day and the look on my husband's face as I walked down. An amazing memory. Yes, and you felt that as you were sharing that. Yes, and as you were thinking about it, right? It brought up the feeling. Wherever our focus goes, it tends to create a particular energy. Eileen said, love this community. Thanks for showing up again and again, offering such encouragement, love, and positivity. It's more helpful than you know. Have a great everyone. Beautiful, Eileen. Mary said, my 2006 wedding to my husband on the most beautiful, cool March spring day in Georgia. The numerous moments all came rushing back. All the memories with family and friends since. Wanda, time spent with grandchildren, even when socially distanced. Beautiful. Sabbath candlelight being brought toward my family and sharing the light with the entire universe. Beautiful, Joel. Dilly said, thank you, Elisha, for this beautiful practice and all the work that you do. Beautiful. I want you to also thank yourself for taking this time out. But I appreciate that. I'll take that in too. Thank you, Elisha, and everyone. Calming, healing, profound space. Beautiful. So stay connected. Again, we do this every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And we have a number of other just kind of events that happen within the Mindful Living Collective where we join together. It's really in the joining together that has the greatest impact. We can pick off information and content and courses as we do, like in our lives, to just kind of continue learning, but it's in the coming together that we find the most profound impact to our lives. I'm fairly convinced about that. We are meant to be together. Barbara, thank you for the love and joy and spread throughout the world. Beautiful, wonderful practice. Aaron, Joanne, at 11 people connect here too. So Aaron's connecting with Joanne here. Me and my husband have been, in case Joanne doesn't see this, have been working from home since mid-March, and we spent a lot of time together now. It's mostly a good thing and some lovely moments shared. Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, we need that balance, Aaron. Beautiful. Welcome, Jeanette. Yeah, another Inner Core member. Yes, Wendy, feeling more and more the importance of connecting with others right now. And I think what we're going to find is we're going to find that is going to become more and more important. I think if there's one gift that's coming from this COVID is people are realizing the importance of relationships and the need for connection, deep and real connection, not just the connections that have been happening over the past 10 or 15 years in the social media space, but the deep and real connections. That's where the healing is. That's where the love is. That's where the health lies. Science is pretty clear about that. Real strong connections are the source of our health and well-being, lifespan, longevity, so much. That's here. Colette said, I'm so grateful for the MLC. Beautiful. Yeah. If you're not a member of the Mindful Living Collective, come on in. It's just a beautiful space for you. Yeah. Okay. So we will be here again every Sunday. We have again events in the Mindful Collective that happen throughout the week, and if you want to find out more about Find Your Way Back to Center, you're welcome to go in there. You'll see it under the course area. That starts October 14th. We're together throughout the week, all weeks of those 5 weeks, really learning how to find what our focus is, find out how to work through the obstacles there, find out what the key is to maintaining that sense of commitment and that we need for more of a lasting practice to be the change we want to see in our lives, and so much more. So join us for that. Again, if you're interested in and you feel called to be a teacher in this next year of your life, we have that 9-month professional teacher training and a course in mindful living coming up. That starts January 4th, but the applications begin October 6th, and there is kind of an early action window for that as well. So looking forward to being with you in whatever way we are, and we'll continue being with each other. Karen said the 5-week Find Your Way Back to Center class was transformative during an extremely challenging season of my life. It has been a comfort and a joy to connect with amazing, supportive souls. Beautiful. Okay. I look forward to being with you more again.